never regret going on a trip. I never regret going alone. Send it. Just do it. Oh, I'm a little bit too scared to do this. I feel like that's like how you know, like, okay, wait, I absolutely have to do this. I have to get over this fear. Really get to know yourself. Hey guys, my name is Janisa. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I just wanted to make a video encouraging everybody to travel and to solo travel if you've never tried it or done it. Just become so passionate about traveling, and I really think everybody should solo travel at least once in their lifetime, and I'm just here to encourage you. My top 5 reasons to travel and to solo travel in 2025 or in any year whenever you're watching this video. Reason number 1, it really helps you develop a sense of self-trust. Solo traveling is probably one of the scariest things you're ever gonna do, depending on where you're traveling to, where you're coming from. It really just ultimately throws you in a really uncomfortable and unknown situation, and I feel like you really just have to kind of figure it out as you go. And once you keep doing it and once you get used to this, you kind of do develop this new sense of just self-trust, of just trusting yourself about where you're going and just trusting the universe to take you where you need to be. Also, when you're traveling, you just have no idea how the culture is going to be, the people you're going to be around, and again, you really just have to have that sense of self-trust and the trust just within you to know that you're going to be okay no matter what, and to just trust yourself in a new environment and to just trust that you're gonna be okay and that you got this and that everything is gonna work out. I know the first couple times that I booked a solo trip, I was always questioning myself, and it is just really, really terrifying at first. Like, you really have to think about where you're going and really plan everything out. But I just remember always having this feeling of like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Like, should I be traveling alone? And then I just kind of snap out of it, and every time, I never regret going on a trip. I never regret going alone. I feel like you just have to learn how to push past that feeling. Like, when you feel like, oh, I'm a little bit too scared to do this, I feel like that's like how you know, like, okay, wait, I absolutely have to do this. I have to get over this fear. And again, I just feel like solo traveling really helps you get over that fear. Reason number 2, you really have all of the freedom and flexibility in the world to do whatever you want to do. I think one of the most liberating things about solo traveling is just being able to do what you want to do. And don't get me wrong, I do love traveling with other people, but I feel like I just always have the craziest experiences when I'm by myself, because I am such an adventurer. Like, I get so crazy and I'm just like sometimes bouncing back and forth, and I just end up in the craziest places and the craziest situations, and I just know that I wouldn't have ended up in that situation or seen this place if I was with somebody else, just because, I don't know, I feel like people maybe can't keep up with me, or there's just more input on what you're doing and where you're going when there is somebody else that you're traveling with. So again, I really feel like you can just do whatever you want to do, and you have that freedom and flexibility to do it. When I was traveling to Switzerland, I literally would wake up without a plan every single day, and it was the best thing in the world. It just felt like I had no pressure to do anything or to be anywhere, and I feel like it just made it so much more relaxing. Like, I don't have to worry about like pleasing somebody else, and I can change my plan if I need to, and again, you just feel like free in a sense. Having that ability to just do whatever you want to do when you want to do it is awesome. Reason number 3 is self-discovery. So being alone, you really get to know yourself. You really get to know what you like, what you don't like. You really learn how to enjoy your own company. You get okay with being alone. Solo traveling really forces you to just sit with your thoughts, be more present, I believe, is what I really have found from most of my solo travel adventures. I just get so much better at being present. I don't have like outside input coming in, and I can really just sit in the moment and just be like, okay, today I'm gonna be present. I'm gonna sit with myself. I'm gonna see what all my thoughts are like running through my head. I'm gonna try and just like calm my mind. I've also gotten to know myself a lot in the sense of how I like to travel. I've had, you know, like hostel experiences. I've had like luxury resort experiences. Just like how I like to get around, where I like to stay, the things that I like to do. Again, just being alone, I feel like you really get to know yourself and get to know the things that you like to do. And then I feel like this actually kind of helps you in the future when you are traveling with somebody. Like, okay, I already know what I like, I've already had these experiences, so this is what I want to do in the future. Like, what they say is you really get to know somebody once you travel with them, and I feel like it applies exactly the same way to yourself. Like, you really get to know yourself when you solo travel. And again, I just really feel like it is super useful in the future when you are traveling with other people, just to know what you like, what you don't like, what your boundaries are. And I feel like it can make your future travel experiences with other people so much better because you've already been through it. You already know all of these things. So there's hopefully less conflicts to happen. Number 4 is problem solving skills. It is bound to happen to you, but something is probably gonna go wrong when you're solo traveling or just traveling in general. And you kind of gotta be quick about this shit, like figuring out how to handle things and where to go, like what to do. There have been so many times when I've been traveling and I've accidentally booked the wrong date or booked the wrong hotel, or I missed my bus when I was in Austria last year, and I just had to completely change my plan. I ended up taking a bus to a whole different city, getting a whole different hotel room, and again, it was like, I gotta think of this shit like really quick. Like, how do I problem solve this? Like, what do I do? Where do I go? And I do feel like this kind of goes back into the part about just having the self-trust and just trusting yourself and knowing that no matter what happens, you're gonna figure out a way around it. I feel like there's also a lot of moments that really do test you. Again, especially being alone, like you definitely do get lonely and you definitely do get a little bit down sometimes. And again, just problem solving, like learning to just navigate those feelings and to just be okay with being alone. I kind of feel like I'm all over the place now. I feel like all of these points kind of just like intertwined with each other and just circle back around, because they kind of do, like they really, I mean, again, you're alone, so there's a lot of things that come up, just like a lot of like personal growth and self-development coming from this. Reason number 5 is empowerment. So whenever I travel and solo travel, I feel so empowered, and I feel like it goes without saying, but you know, I feel like you really do have to be a certain type of person and to have, like, again, that self-trust, problem solving skills to just like send it and to just do it. And just when you do it, again, it just feels so empowering and it just feels so good. Like you're just like, fuck yeah, I know I can do that. I'm a bad bitch, like I got this. And I feel like it's even more empowering for women that solo travel. I feel like there's a lot of stigma against female solo traveling, and a lot of people look down on it. Like a lot of people just think I'm fucking batshit crazy for solo traveling. They're like, why are you going alone? And it just feels so good to just be able to do that. And again, just as a female, like it's so frowned upon, and I feel like it is getting a lot more socially acceptable in our society today for females to solo travel, but I still feel like, again, there's a lot of stigma behind it. So yeah, I just feel like it is really empowering to solo travel, especially as a female, and it really just empowers you and it just makes you feel so good, especially afterwards when you're looking back on it, you're like, fuck yeah, I did that, I had a great time, and it was an awesome experience. So those are my top 5 reasons why you should travel and solo travel in 2025 or in any year. And I really hope this inspired somebody or just gave somebody some motivation to go on that trip. Do it alone, do it sad, do it happy, do it depressed, do it with money, without money. If there's a will, there's a way. Again, I'm Denisa. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in a different video.